Welcome to the Drug Rehab Program Journal. The DRP Journal team started DRP with the goal of assisting those who are struggling with addiction and substance abuse, and to assist those who are seeking the best treatment to help them with their recovery journey. My name is Jessica, and today joining me is Jason Hyland. Welcome, Jason.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be able to join you and just start this DRP journey.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, your career as an athlete, and what led up to your addiction?
Yeah, so I'm from just north of Boston, Beverly, Massachusetts. Very fortunate to have grown up on the water, and diehard Red Sox fan. Sports have been it for me since I can remember. And in particular, baseball. I did really well in high school, private Catholic school, played football and baseball, and I got multiple scholarship offers for both sports. And ultimately, I chose to go to the University of Tampa and play baseball. I wanted to play baseball in the Florida sun, and I was fortunate to have that opportunity. And the dream was Major League Baseball. That's what everyone assumed was going to happen as far back as when I was 10 years old. And I heard a story recently from a podcast I was on since my journey began, and he told me he was told when he was in high school at the time. My brother's 10 years older than me, and the assumption was, oh yeah, Scotty's little brother, Jason, he's going to be playing Major League Baseball. So that's always what it's been for me, and it was looking that way. After my college sophomore season, I was MVP of the College World Series, and it was right there in front of me. But ultimately, my vices took over, and alcohol was the first thing, and alcohol it really started to control my life. And for the next 10 to 13 years after college, it was alcohol, and at the very end is what took me to my knees was opiates. And today's 22 months sober, actually the 24th. So it's been a long journey. It's been very arduous, but I am so blessed for those 22 months and what's to come. I'm super excited about that. So that's my story in a nutshell, from a kid as little league all the way up. It was baseball, but drugs and alcohol won for a while.
For Jason, can you tell us a little bit about what your addiction was like, where it started, and how you got into recovery?
There's no pinpoint place to where I could say this is how I became an alcoholic, how I became an addict. It just grew over time, and I would always experiment with whatever was, the drug of choice at the time. And once opiates came into play, which was, I had 2 spine surgeries when I was 26.
Oh.
And that just led to getting completely into oxycodone, the 30 milligrams. It was just it for me. And there was the day that I got sober. My sobriety date is July 24th, 2017. But the 23rd was the last day. Obviously, I drank and drugged, but I knew that day that that was the last day. Something happened before I went to bed on the early morning of the 23rd. I had just got home from work as a bouncer at a bar, of course, and I knew it was going to play out on the 23rd. I knew the exact events about me getting asked and questioned about something from my brother, and that it was ultimately going to, I was going to find the way, somehow, the courage to say, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an addict, really. At that point, it was just full-blown oxycodone and doing whatever I could to get them. And really, the opiates are what took me down hard. And that day was it. There's no, I can't pinpoint how it started. I can't point how it ended, other than divine intervention took place. Something told me that was going to be it. And then on the 24th, I walked into a recovery center in Danvers, Mass, a detox, open arms, saying, just tell me what I need to do. Tell me what I need to do so that I never go back to the life I was just living. I don't care what it is. I know I'll never feel as much pain as I already did. So let's just do it. And that's what began the journey to now.
So can you talk a little bit about the Link House and what your experience was like there?
The Link House was absolutely what I needed. So what it is an all-male program, 6-month program to graduate, and you have to go through a minimum like a 4-week process of interviews. And I found out about it my 6th or 7th day into my detox, because I went 7 days in detox in the place. Then I went upstairs to their what's called the holding CCS, and there is where you wait for placing for long term. And mine was always the link house, and it was the hard process. You have to have a phone interview, and then every Wednesday check in, and then you'll have a face-to-face interview. Usually it's like a 3 to 6 month is what I heard. Wait, 2 to 4, 3 to 6. But for me, it was exactly 22 days from the first time I had the phone interview to getting in there. And the link house why is it what I needed? Because it gave me structure. It gave me discipline. And that's what I lacked for a very long time. I had to wake up by a certain time. I was told when I could, take my medicine. I was told when to eat. And I was basically, my entire day was already planned out for me. And that's not something anyone wants to go through, but it's what was necessary for me to finally regain some discipline in my life and that structure, so that once I did leave there, I could be, successful living back in society and in civilization. And so there was many times I wanted to leave the link house. Don't get me wrong. When you have, anywhere from 12 to 19 people, that's 12 to 19 different personalities, and add how many personalities each person has, who knows? It's difficult. And there's people who are coming in, some are, different backgrounds, different situations, different drugs. Some might just be alcohol. So it was difficult, but again, it was necessary. And I knew that if I could complete that I could really, show myself that I can finish what I started on task. And there was one time I wanted to leave, and someone from the AA community, because Newburyport's a big AA community, I told him I wanted to leave, and he said, if you quit now, you're just showing yourself later on that you can't finish something, that you're gonna oh, you did it before, you're gonna do it again. And he's like, by completing that, you're showing yourself that you can do this, that you can complete tasks that you say you're gonna do. You can become a man of your word. And really that's, start building integrity. I take things to a greater level. Just from me staying there, created my word to myself that I could do it, created my word to the people that I told that I was gonna do it, that I was getting better for. And ultimately that was exactly what it was needed. The structure, the discipline, and showing myself, which at the end is all that matters, I can do this.